Hi, everybody. Jeff Zorb here with Al's as a Son of a Bitch podcast, the journey of Alzheimer's, unscripted, uncensored, and unapologetic. Thank you guys for tuning in again today. You can also catch us if you'd like to see the video version on YouTube at Al's a Son of a B. You can catch us on all the podcast platforms as well as all the social medias. Today's episode, I just can't tell you how excited I am. Earlier this week, I had the pleasure of being able to connect with Dennis and Terri Razor there in Canada. Don't hold that against them. As fans out there, we love them anyway, right? Oilers fan or not, we're still one big happy family here. Although I am going to be sending you an Avs jersey, that I am going to do.
I don't know where I'm going to put it.
You got to wear it, dude.
I'll wear it. Yeah.
Denise and Terri have got an amazing voice that they're putting out on TikTok. You can find them on Mount Razor on TikTok at Dennis and Terri. That's how I came across them. I started watching their channel. Dennis has been really open and forthcoming with his diagnosis at the age of 48 with this amazingly horrible disease. So I just reached out to him and asked if they would do me the honor of being on this podcast, and they graciously said yes. So today we're going to be talking with Dennis and Terri, just sharing their story, their plight through all of this. So thank you very much, you two, for being a part of our podcast and part of this.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for asking us.
Yeah. Part of Al's of what we're trying to do is create a community, right? A community of the voice of those that are typically unheard, which are caregivers, and then what I refer to as the victims. So we're lucky enough to have one of each here today, right? A victim and a caregiver. So don't take offense to that, Dennis, as I say that. It's just that, you're a patient of it, but in my opinion, you're a victim of this horrible disease.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for being a part of that. So tell us a little bit about yourselves. Tell us a little bit about Dennis and about Terri. Where did you guys grow up in Canada?
I grew up in small town Ontario. I mean, we had a farm. I started working at a young age, as farmers usually do, and I did a lot of farm work for all the neighbors down the road and stuff like that. I've got 2 brothers, and so yeah, we were busy all the time. Into sports, hockey, baseball, you name it. I think I played soccer for a couple of years. Just, I think, pretty normal. Like, we worked a lot, like being a farmer and whatnot. Like that. So that was a big thing for us. And there was other farmers that we would go work for, and what else could I say?
You just kind of, but most importantly, what kind of farm?
Well, it was pig farm.
Pig farming.
Pig farm, yeah. Not the cleanest, and we were just little guys when we were down there too. These pigs that are, what are they, a couple 100 pounds?
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of dangerous for us to be out there by ourselves. My dad was very busy, so we had to, when we were young, we were doing all that stuff. So
yeah, some of those boars can get up to, several hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, and then if they're not going to get you, like, I got 3 brothers in there, and we're fighting it out in there too. I mean, we've all seen a bit of pig shit. Let's put it that way.
You had your own ring, in other words.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, we have that in common. I grew up on a pig farm, but in the middle of Nebraska, middle of the country.
Yeah.
But man, you are absolutely right. That is like a smell like none other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear about that. I hear about that. The smell of the pig shit.
Yeah.
You can wash up, using any type of thing you want, but man, that smell just carries with you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for sure. I'm happy that I went through that in some ways, because it gives you a little bit of a character, and like you learn how to work, and I got taught that in a young age, and I'm happy about that. I'm not doing it so much these days.
Yeah, you're right. It gives you a sense of hard work, what that really is.
For sure.
Yeah, and what that can do to help pay off.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
What about you, Terry?
Oh, I grew up in Manitoba, which is a couple provinces over. I grew up on the reserve over there, and probably till I was about 12. And then my mom and my sisters moved here to Edmonton, and we were kind of back and forth, a little unstable at times. But yeah, I settled down here when I was probably about 19, maybe 19 or 20 is when I came to Edmonton. And yeah, I just settled down here since then. I go back home once in a while, probably once every year, a couple times a year, I'll go back home.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, I have three sisters. It's just me, my mom, and my sisters that live here in Edmonton. Everyone else is back home in the reserve.
very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dennis, you mentioned that you grew up in Ontario. Then, when did you move to Edmonton?
We asked his cousin this because I've asked him a few times before, but he doesn't remember the date. And I think
I don't remember the date. I'm having drawn a blank a little bit.
Yeah, I think Terry said that you moved here in 2010, I think.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you've been here probably 15 years, a little longer. Oh no, maybe I don't know how many years.
Who knows what I've done?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dennis has traveled. Like he's told me his stories of traveling when he was younger, and then he finally settled down in Edmonton.
Yeah, I've been around.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So
I think I went to Australia for, I don't know how long I was out there.
You told me you were there for a year.
A year, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah, and I've traveled a little bit, and yeah, just enjoyed it for a while, and I did some fishing and stuff like that too.
Mm.
So it was interesting, being me as a youngster.
Yeah. What kind of work have you done over the years?
You name it. A lot of farming, and like I said, my brothers and I, we were a stone picker team, or like baling hay, or
You got into woodworking.
oh yeah, and then I got into woodworking. I did kitchen cabinets for quite a while.
That's a craft.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So I did that quite a lot, and that takes you to different places too. Like I was out in Banff and Lake Louise doing that out there, and so yeah, so I kind of been around a little bit. I'm probably forgetting things that I've done, but yeah, always working.
All right. So the big question now: how'd you all meet?
Oh yeah, it was on one of those. I had to look around because there wasn't too many people interested in me, I don't think. So anyway, but somehow I got Terry's eye.
Do you remember how we met?
Oh, it was on one of those what do you call them?
It was a dating
Dating site, yeah.
Okay. Was it online?
Yeah, it was a website called Plenty of Fish.
I figured that was a shoe-in, eh?
And you want to know Dennis's username?
What was it?
Okay, his first name was Howie, and his last name was Felter Snatch.
I use that alien quite a bit.
For a minute, I thought his first name was Howie.
I think that's pretty cool too.
So Terry, when you see this profile name of that,
It was hilarious. Like I enjoy like just humor and laughing and stuff like that, and that's pretty much just like how our whole culture is anyway. So I take things lightheartedly. So I enjoyed his name, and yeah, getting to know him. Like we were laughing all the time. Like we talked for, I don't know, maybe about a month online before we started, or a couple weeks, and we started our phone calls.
Yeah.
And yeah, then we ended up meeting. I think we were only chatting for like a month and a half before we actually met in person.
Yeah.
And he stood me up the first date.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, what's up with that?
I don't know, but I think I might be in a bit of trouble after I get out of here. Oh, what about our first date?
Oh yeah, our first date, we went to West Edmonton Mall, which is one of the biggest malls here. We went for coffee, and then we went for dinner. We went to the rec room, which is like a bunch of video games, and then and then he.
What about the date that I came to your house? Though?
Oh, that wasn't the first date.
It wasn't.
No,
Oh, okay.
that was. I think that was the second date he came to my place, and he made me something to eat, and then
Spaghetti.
spaghetti. Yeah, he made me spaghetti, and then I went to the washroom, and Dennis was out in the living room.
I'll tell you this one. It wasn't my finest move, but I had some phlegm in my throat, and she had a big what do you call that?
Like a sliding door screen. I was living on the 7th floor, overlooking like the river valley. So Dennis had an idea that.
So I had to hawk a loogie because it was. So I opened that thing up and let her rip, right? And that was all fine and good, but I didn't open the right window.
Yeah, he opened the window, but the screen was still there, so it was like.
So she's in the washroom, and I got like some sticky stuff on me, and tried to get it out of there. And meanwhile, I got it all over a window. Screen. So.
Yeah, and then I come out of the washroom, and he's like walking towards me. I was like, I gotta tell you something. I spit on your screen. I was like, why didn't you do that to yourself? It was all cleaned off anyway, but he had the need to tell me, even though there was no evidence. Yeah, no, I thought that was funny. I thought it was funny and gross, but that's
so you knew at that moment that if this relationship was going to move forward, it was going to be a hell of a ride.
That's what I knew. He was the one.
After that, I knew I was a shoo-in.
After she didn't kick your ass out?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So that was November 2018. Yeah, so that's how long we've been together. 2018.
So after you guys started dating, how long did you date it before you decided that you guys were like inseparable? It's going to be you guys forever.
Oh, it wasn't very long. Like we had kids right after.
Yeah, she was.
My clock was ticking. I needed a baby daddy.
Maybe that's why she wasn't so fussy, you know.
I wasn't too picky back then.
I mean, come on. After the screen name, after the account name, and then the loogie, right? I mean,
I'm all right with that.
Yeah. Oh, that's too funny.
I know I got a good one, so I mean.
Yeah. No, it all worked out. We got 2 little girls now. They're 4 and 5, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
The one thing that I haven't done yet is I haven't made her. I haven't. I haven't. I. Oh shit! Sorry.
You haven't made it official.
I haven't made it official yet, but it's very close to coming.
Yeah.
So we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Keep us posted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, that's odd. I will have to say that is probably one of the more unique dating stories that I've heard.
Yeah,
And I'm using the word unique as a very,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's the way I want my family to be too. It's
Yeah.
we're pretty. We're just in it for laughs and having good times and doing what we can to help each other. You know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, you guys have been together then since 18. So we're talking, what
Yeah, we're almost
about 7 years, 8 years?
Yeah, almost 7 years. Yeah.
Yeah. When did you start to notice some concerning things with regards to memory and activity or personality?
So I noticed Dennis has always brought it up to me. Like when I first met him, he was working just south of the city here, on a camp. He was doing maintenance there, and he told me that he had ADHD and that he needed a list to keep things like as a reminder of what to do. So I figured it was ADHD, and when he kept telling me, probably after we had our first daughter, he was having problems with um, remembering things. He would say, hey, like, did I shower this morning? I don't remember.
Well, and driving too.
And driving, yeah.
I was starting to not remember where I was or how to get home.
Yeah.
And this is like I'm kind of stubborn, so like if I'm getting lost, I'm gonna find my goddamn way out of it. You know what I mean? So there's a few times where I never ever told Terri about getting mixed up. So we could have been quicker on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
He was saying too, like, something's wrong, something doesn't feel right. And I kind of thought, well, maybe it's your ADHD. Like maybe this is something that we need to look into. So he was put on meds for his ADHD. But those ones he didn't really like the feelings of them, so he came off. And then he kept, like, I noticed he was putting, because he likes ice cream, he was putting the ice cream in the cupboard instead of the freezer after. So that was one of the other things that I noticed. Or he would put it in the fridge instead of the freezer. Yeah, so
Go ahead.
Things that I noticed. Yeah.
What did you notice those things too, Dennis? Did you realize that something just wasn't quite right? Something was amiss?
I would say that maybe a little bit, but I think Terri was the one that kind of caught things like that because me, I just keep on going. Like I'm not the type of guy that's gonna woe was me. Like I'm still doing it, Like, so that's just who I am.
And you also notice like because Dennis has been woodworking his whole life that the numbers were not adding up, like, and the angles might have been getting a little difficult, and just the math and the numbers were not hit. They always used to be his strong point, but they were getting less.
Yeah, and I think if Terri wasn't with me, I'd be in big trouble because, like, I would just probably not. Like, eventually, I would probably get help, but yeah.
So had you been previously diagnosed with ADHD?
You were diagnosed as a kid.
As a kid.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of diagnoses, but I didn't really. What else did I have? It was just little things.
You had like dyslexia.
Dyslexia.
Yeah, and you had like a learning disability growing up.
What's that?
Was it a learning disability?
Well, I don't know.
I
Probably.
was into sex or something.
I think it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. No, there was a few things I had a hard time. I was in a slow learning class for a bit, and my dad was a teacher, and so yeah, we tried to sort that out, but I don't know if we 100% did or not. Yeah, we're doing all right anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So when you started seeing these things, Terry, and things weren't adding up and noticing these, how did you start doing research on your own? Did you go to like Dr. Google and start
No,
trying to figure it out, or
no. So Dennis was the one who wanted to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Like he started noticing it enough to want to go to see the doctor because he felt like something wasn't right. So we did make an appointment to go see a doctor. He had one already, a family doctor that he saw regularly. Just for like he had anxiety too, so he was on anxiety medication at that time. And so we went to go see him. He booked an appointment with a neurologist, and then after the neurologist, we got a CT. After the CT, the neurologist came back and he just said that Dennis had like a little bit on the CT, nothing to worry about. But he said Dennis is too young to have Alzheimer's. But Dennis wasn't satisfied with that because he knew something was wrong. So we ended up seeking out another family doctor. And this new family doctor referred us to another neurologist. And this
And
neurologist,
each one of these times takes how long
yeah, it takes
to
a
go
while.
see these guys again. Like it's the setup is just not great, you know.
Mhm. So there was a lot
so
of in between each
Like
visit.
how many years did we lose?
It was like 2 years, I think, just trying to get the diagnosis.
so from the time where you like originally went to the doctor to the getting all these tests, you literally were like 2 years?
It was
It's
2
fucking
years.
brutal,
Yeah,
buddy.
it
Yeah,
was 2 years.
Yeah.
it's brutal. Yeah.
And
And
meanwhile you're
looking back right now, like it upsets me because like I've got little kids here. I've got a certain amount of time, you know, and like that bullshit is just kind of gets me a little bit.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I mean?
that
he could have got the first diagnosis with the first neurologist, but when we went to go see that neurologist, he said it's a little blip or too early for early onset Alzheimer's. He had his hand on the door waiting to usher us out, and that appointment probably only took 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So he didn't dig deep enough to, to seek out any answers for Dennis. He just said there's a little blip, that's it. So that's why we went to
and
go
no
see.
explanation, no one to say, oh, you know what, let's figure out what that is.
No,
I might go have a visit with him someday down the road too. When I'm already kind of, you know, halfway there.
So meanwhile you're spending these 2 years and you uh proceeding then down this journey, right? You're going down this road of confusion, memory loss. Did you get agitated? Were you become angry?
A little bit, I think.
yeah, I think you were frustrated. You were
Yeah.
frustrated that like you weren't getting any answers because you knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we went like after we left that doctor, we went to another one. He got another neurologist. That one, the new neurologist that Dennis is seeing now, he's the one who got the diagnosis. And it took a PET scan, first an MRI, then a PET scan, and then a spinal fluid test. And that is what confirmed what Dennis has as posterior cortical atrophy, which is
Can you come a little closer to the mic? We're kind of breaking up right there.
yeah. So Dennis was diagnosed with posterior cortical atrophy, which is a rare form of early onset Alzheimer's, which affects the back of his brain, and it mainly affects like his visual processing and how he sees things. And so when Dennis is looking for something, he's unable to find it, even if it's right in front of him. He won't be able to see it, which and it also affects his ability to think of things or to remember or like how to visualize certain things. Because we do signs like we make the signs, and then when we come in, if he's not able to see what the signs looks like but if it's not in front of him, it's hard for him to imagine what the sign looks like. So,
Yeah. So it's now to the point where I'm doing that outside in the garage, and I've got to get either get Terri in to help me for a bit, or she's in there for a while. Like, so yeah, so it's getting harder for me.
So a couple of, I guess, what is that? Is this was diagnosed, right? And they were actually putting a name to it now, which then allows for treatment. What did that initial treatment look like?
So when they told Dennis that he had posterior cortical atrophy, they pretty much said Dennis is in the early stages and he could be eligible for some new medications coming out, but they're not available in Canada. Um, and I think those medications are the ones that are injections, and they're available in the States, but for Canada they don't have them. So right now, what they put Dennis on was the Nepipil or donezepam. I can't remember how you say it, but that's just one that's been prescribed to him, and he takes that every day, and he's been taking it since he was diagnosed in 2021. No, 2023 he was diagnosed, and
So we're talking. Okay, all right. I was thinking 2018, but 2018 is when you guys got together.
yeah.
You guys met, and okay.
Yeah. In 2023, he was diagnosed January, and he's been on that medication since, and he hasn't come off. And so we don't know if it's helping or not, because we don't want to take him off and then him have experience like more symptoms. So he's just been taking that one.
Yeah, we can kind of tell by, like, you can tell by how well I'm doing in a day. Like, you can kind of tell, like, if I know if I'm going to be no fucking good, or if it's going to be a shitty day. So most days are good ones, but when we have a bad one, it's usually a bad one. So and that doesn't happen very often. So
Yeah.
And when we were in the doctor's office when he got the diagnosis, we asked the doctor how long does Dennis have, and he told Dennis that he has about 3 to 5 years to be in the state that he is in now, which was in the mild stage, and Dennis was still able to function and stuff like that. Things have gotten a little worse than that, like they have progressed, but Dennis is still doing very well, I would say, right?
Yeah.
So that was 2.5 years ago. So we're hopeful that Dennis still has a lot of life.
We're doing a lot of the right things. We're doing a lot of the right things that we were told to do. We're doing it, eating right. All this stuff is important. Yeah.
So what is it, Dennis, for you? What does a good day look like? When you wake up and you said, you're going to have a good day, what does that look like?
Well, I mean, like, there's all kinds of things that you can kind of point at. Like, if you're, I'm still able to text. It's a little tougher for me, but that's one way that I can learn to, okay, this is a good day. Like, look at me text, right?
Yeah, because some days he's not able to.
Yeah, some days I just can't do it. I just don't bother. Like, I know when that's going to be a shit day, and whatever.
Just don't.
I've always got my kids to play with, man, and I'm taking as much time with that as I can. And of course, we've got to make money too. So, we're doing what we can.
Those signs look amazing. Those look beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, really do. So when you mentioned about a bad day,
yeah, like
you can tell what the day you couldn't have a nap. Yeah,
like a big thing for anyone that's going through Alzheimer's is get your sleep. And I'm not trying to make myself look one way or another, but sometimes it's tough to sleep when you got like 2 little kids running around and stuff like that. I mean, I think that really does make a difference as to how your day goes.
A couple weeks ago, me and Dennis were kind of just not in a good place, like emotionally and mentally. We were both at each other, frustrated and stuff like that. So Dennis was trying to have a nap, and he had the back window open, and he heard a bird outside.
Oh,
There was
this was not cool. But anyway, as the story goes, I was really having a hard time trying to get a sleep in, and it just wasn't happening. And then I could hear, what was it? A damn,
you. He was like, "Do I hear a duck?"
there's a fucking duck out there. It's right across the road here, eh? So like, and I'd had it. Like, wasn't yelling at my girl or anything like that, but like I had it, and so I went over, and he's way over on the other side there, and I had to he had it kind of blocked off, and I knocked that right out of the
You
way.
have to climb the fence, go over to the neighbor's yard.
Like I was coming after him.
You're going after the duck?
I didn't, but I was coming after him, and when I got there,
You were like,
I knocked something over, and
I followed him outside because I was wondering what he was gonna do.
Yeah, because I was. Terri doesn't want to see me like this, but
No.
like,
And
man, I just had enough. I hadn't got any sleep, and
the first
and
thing
this poor guy, man, like, go ahead.
First thing I heard was like, "Is there a fucking duck back here?" I was like, "Oh my
Like,
god,
what the fuck? We're in the middle of the city, man. Like, come on." So anyway, like, and so this couldn't be a worse setup here, but I went out there and I did what I did. I give a bit of scare, and there's this little girl in there with her dad, and I'd already kind of halfway come to him, and I saw that there was a little girl there with him, and turns out that this girl was she has problems too.
And that was her. He was like,
That was her
yeah.
daughter that was there when I did that.
Yeah, and he said, "No, we don't have a duck. This is my daughter's support hen."
A support hen?
Support hen.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, what are the chances? But like,
Yeah.
I'm still feeling like pretty bad about that. We like.
You guys apologized.
We apologized, and he even brought over some of the duck eggs
or the chicken eggs.
The
He
chicken
brought over a
eggs.
dozen eggs the next day.
Hey, you know what?
Not my finest moment by a long way, but yeah. So
I guess at least he took it with what it was, right? And
he did, yeah.
didn't come after you to like shoot your cat or something.
Yeah.
No, he told him, like, Dennis told him, I have early-onset Alzheimer's. I'm trying to have a nap. And he's like, I'm really sorry. It's my daughter's support hand. Like, yeah. And the next day he brought us a dozen eggs. So,
yeah. And he's got, he's the one that's got the ice. They do ice every winter.
yeah, they put a skating rink in
So,
their backyard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's even gonna let me get my kids out there and go for skates.
Oh,
So turned out good, but like, man, that
Yeah.
just was not cool. So I learned something there. Still feeling pretty crappy, and what do you do?
well, you know what? It turned out the way it was supposed to,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
So, you're right in Edmonton.
Yeah, we're right in the city.
Yeah.
So, what kind of resources are there for you guys? What kind of have you found that are useful resources for you?
So we do have the Alzheimer's Society here in Edmonton, and they have a few programs that we haven't checked out yet. But there's one that we did. It's a support group they have once a month for people diagnosed with young onset Alzheimer's. And Dennis has attended that one twice. And he's in a group of people in his own room with people that have Alzheimer's, and then I go to the room next door for the people that are caregivers. So we did that twice. And then I also reached out to them a couple times just to see if there was any volunteer opportunities for Dennis that he could keep busy during the day when I was at work. They didn't really have anything for young onset. They had a lot of opportunities for people that have like Alzheimer's over 65 and support like kind of like a drop-in activity center, kind of more for people that are older. There's not a whole lot of support for people with younger onset. Dennis is in a very different situation because he has little kids, and a lot of the people that we met with Alzheimer's are older in Edmonton. So Dennis, like he told me that he didn't feel like
I was helping. When I went there. I was helping people. Like some of them were older, and like it wasn't helping me. I don't want to be rude by saying that, but like I didn't. There was a lot of people that were already kind of advanced. So me being there was just like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
I could be looking, like. So anyway, I don't know what Terri thought of it. She was on the other end. They had people like Terri would be talking with the people,
the caregivers.
The caregivers. Yeah, and for me, I wasn't getting anything out of it. No, and to go and get a babysitter for that was not. So we did that a couple times. And I said, "Screw this! I'm not going back there. Give me 3 years or 4 years, maybe I'll go back there."
Go back to it. Have you found anybody in your community that is like yourself with early onset or more in that 50 years of
We're finding more. We're finding more just by going to some of the TikTok. Yeah, we're finding a lot more. Getting more help that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
an unconventional way of finding support.
Yeah, I mean that's what you got to do, right? So, yeah, and that has made it like I know, Terri and me, we don't fight, but like a little while ago, we had wasn't a boxing match, but we were at each other, and Terri's, how she's very kind, and so it's hard to get mad at her, and I did, and it wasn't terrible, but like it wasn't good either, So
yeah, and then after he started the support group again, and then after that, he was completely different. His mood changed. So
I need those once a month, once a week, or even better. But we're going to do that. We've noticed the difference,
So this is a support group that is on TikTok that you guys meet.
Yeah. So Dennis wanted to create a TikTok, a Zoom online meeting, I guess, support group for people with early onset Alzheimer's and their caregivers or care partners or any kind of support system that they have. Because he didn't want people to feel alone. He didn't want people.
My biggest thing when we started doing this is I didn't want someone to be alone. I've got uncles. I got 2 uncles.
That's it. I think it's just 2 uncles.
Right.
And yourself, yeah.
And myself, yeah. So yeah, I felt really strongly that I wanted people to be able to, have support. And so yeah, what we're doing now makes me really happy.
Yeah, because after the diagnosis, we didn't have that support system. We had our family, but we were going through the shock of the diagnosis for about a full year before things actually settled. Because after he was diagnosed, like there was a lot of tears, a lot of just wondering what's going to happen, looking to our future, looking at our goals. There was a lot of heartache, and after a while, it's like Dennis kept saying, "I need friends. Like I need people that understand what I'm going through." So we said, well, why don't we look on TikTok and then just see like what's out there.
Yeah, we went to the gym and like people just aren't that friendly anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, like
You know.
Since COVID, right? It's gotten
yeah,
really bad since COVID.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, so once we found the online community through TikTok, that's kind of what gave Dennis purpose again. I feel like it boosted his self-esteem, he boosted his mindset. His mindset changed a little bit. Um, yeah, like it's just been
And we
helpful.
quit a lot of things too. Like I used to be a smoker. I don't smoke.
I used to drink coffee.
I
Don't drink
don't
coffee.
drink coffee. Like
You're
they're
an
doing
alcoholic.
everything we can. I was an alcoholic for years, man. Like so we've really turned around. I mean, the way we eat, we're doing everything that we have. What's the other one that we go to for? There's another.
So while you're thinking of that, this community that you've created, is that like a Zoom? And do you guys have like standing meetings where you all get on Zoom at the same time? Or is
Yes,
it just through connections like we did, just by chance through TikTok?
it's actually we just met people on TikTok and we just put a call out like that. We're gonna do a Zoom meeting every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you want to join, just send us your email. So we've got a few emails. So we've been just like meeting people like that.
Yeah.
And we've had a few people that have been constant. A couple people pop in and then we don't see them again. But
some of them are busy in the summer. Some
yeah,
are, like it just worked out. And our last one that we had, it was just perfect. Like all these people were having a hard time, and like I know, and a couple other than that, we just really, really connected that time, and that's brought me all the way for a week. I feel good still. We know that we can't wait 2 weeks for then it starts falling apart. So, if it works.
I think it's absolutely amazing that you're obviously filling the void, right? And that emptiness that is there, for the early onset community, at a minimum, and that you're out there creating that. That just is amazing to me.
And
Kudos to
we're
you.
having a good time too, man. Like we're having a good time.
Yeah,
Well,
they make fun of each other too. Like they laugh at
Yeah,
each
we
other.
fuck around,
yeah. You've got to.
Yeah.
You've got to. Well, we'll address this in a little bit, but that's kind of how the salute to owls came about, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Terri, since the support group has gotten started, have you seen a big difference? Have you seen a change, or?
I've seen a change. Yeah, I have. And just by not attending the groups, like I could see it now and how important that is for him because I'm not the one that's diagnosed with it, so I don't understand fully. I can only see the outside and how it affects him. I've noticed the difference with his mood and just how he's just not so grumpy all the time. Yeah, which is good. Like Dennis has always been lighthearted and funny and just like go with the flow. But the last few weeks when he wasn't attending the group and not connecting with his people, then it did have an impact on him.
So, is your group open to others?
It's open to people that have experienced Alzheimer's or living with Alzheimer's or their care partners or any of their support systems.
Like
So
people that have been through it are more like we really appreciate that too because like we're learning from them, right? So yeah, so I mean all of it is good.
I think that's kind of what drove me to starting this podcast is that you can go onto Dr. Google or to the associations or the societies and they'll give you pamphlets.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're not a benefit. They're a huge resource, right?
Yeah.
but there's also a huge gap, I think,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And nobody is filling that gap. And
Yeah.
and just being able to give that voice and lend that voice to somebody. Um, I hope somebody is listening to this podcast or watching us today and uh, think, you know what, I can do that, right?
Yeah.
Or draw inspiration from your story. It's too. So, how would people find you? I know you're on TikTok. I mentioned it before, but go ahead and share with everybody how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, so we're on TikTok. We're also on Instagram. I don't really I'm bad at like updating like the socials and stuff like that. Yeah, mainly just TikTok and Instagram. We do have our email address. It's I think it's on our Instagram. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. If somebody wants to send an email, it's the Mount Razor Journey at gmail.com.
The Mount Razor Journey.
Yeah.
The Mount Razor Journey at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, what has been the biggest challenge since your diagnosis, Dennis? With
I've
through
always
this journey.
I've always been a worker. So so to not be able to run out to my garage and start working has kind of been a bother. But something that goes closer to my heart is my kids, Terri, like my family. And that's when I get upset, you know. Just the thought of not being with them. So that's what we're trying to fight. So
Yeah.
and I'm gonna keep doing it. So we're doing everything we can.
Well, I appreciate. I think we're getting close to kind of wrapping this up, but I would love to do this again and
Mhm.
talk a little bit more about what other plans you're putting in place. Kind of knowing where this journey leads, right? It's unfortunate, but it always leads to the same ending.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Thank you both today.
Mhm.
Hey,
Thanks
we
for having
appreciate
us.
you
Awesome.
having us.
I'm sorry.
We appreciate you having us. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dennis is always eager to share his story to help others and just to let people know that they're not alone.
We
I,
got to.
I
I think
think
that's the biggest part of it as well. My dad was going through it years ago. Um, we all hear, right, that there's however many millions of people affected by this around the globe, but as many millions, I guess like it's over 7 million or something I've heard. It's amazing to me how isolating it is,
yeah, yeah,
right? And
yeah.
how as many people as there are that are out there saying that are a part of this, you still feel alone.
Mhm.
Uh, and I think that goes to how everybody's journey is individual, right?
Yeah,
Um, for sure.
yeah,
But through community like this, podcast communities like yours, um, I hope we can try to fill some of those gaps and give some folks some resources.
yeah. I think this could be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it
Yeah.
goes.
Um, so help me close out this podcast. As everybody knows, my dad's biggest thing was just like Dennis was to try to have a laugh, have
Yeah,
some fun, and put a smile on somebody's face.
yeah,
And the biggest way that he would do that is when pictures were being taken. So,
yeah.
will you guys join me in giving
Yeah.
Owls a salute?
Yeah.
Salute to Owls, bitches.
Salute down.
Salute
Good
to
job.
Owls.
All right.
All right. Hey, thank you guys very much.
Thanks for having
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
And I'd love to do this again. I'll reach out to you. We can figure out when we can schedule another time where we can do this again. I'd like to get more in depth of what you guys, other things you're doing, because you'd mentioned diet, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, buddy.
Thank you, Jeff.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.